Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. Now, lately, I've been hearing a lot of talk in regards to people having to get necessary jobs. You'll hear people espouse this idea that, hey, you know what? It's good for you to get into the trades because it's a necessary job. You will always have a need. I'm putting that in quotations if you do this profession, etc. And truth be told, there are plenty of necessary jobs that don't pay well, and plenty of quote unquote unnecessary jobs that pay exceptionally well. But the title of this video is Why Necessary Jobs Don't Pay Well, and I want to just go straight into it. There's a myriad of reasons why they don't pay well, and one of those reasons is the marketplace, barrier of entry. I was reading an article quite some time ago. It was talking about how there was a particular individual who quit their certified CNA job so that they can go ahead and decide to do dog walking. Now, with that dog walking, they were able to make, believe it or not, six figures in the city of New York. Now, why is that? Well, because even though nursing, healthcare is always a necessity, healthcare overall is low barrier of entry. Okay. Anyone could get into healthcare, even in the sense of being unlicensed and uncertified or not certified. Sorry. Now, I do want to make this be clear. I'm talking about healthcare. I'm not talking about merely medical school or you being a doctor, because being a doctor is just one part of healthcare. You need your nurses, you need your EMTs, your emergency medical technicians, you need your EMSs, your emergency medical service people, you need your paramedics, you need your technicians. All of these people you need, and they all make up the general thing that is healthcare. Now, the person who's a dog walker, right? That individual is capable of servicing multiple clients, where in comparison, as a healthcare professional, like a medical doctor, like a nurse, like an EMT, you service a person one by one. You can't do multiple surgeries simultaneously, like hundreds of them. Maybe at best two, but you can't do multiple of them at the same time. You could do one after another. However, let's say you're doing dog walking, you can walk multiple dogs, like three dogs, five dogs, even 10 dogs. So this goes back down to the next thing, scalability. You look at teaching, okay? And we're talking about teacher, whether they're in private or public school. Your goal is to give a service to a select few number of people, okay? Particularly kids. And you're typically paid, if you're in public school, through taxes, or if you're in private school, through the school by private donations, tuition, yada yada. Now, here's the deal, okay? You could create a course, whether online or at a meetup, charge people whatever amount you may like, and still scale it up, because there's only a certain amount of money you can be given, because at the end of the day, you are an employee. Because why? Because you have a job. The very fact that you have a job means that you've already reduced the income you will ever make in your life. So let me repeat this again. The fact that you have a job means that you've reduced the income you're going to make in your life. So that's another reason. Now, here's another reason why necessary jobs don't pay too well. Okay. Let's say you're here to do water treatment. Okay. Now you're trying to treat water, you're trying to make sure it's filtered well, etc., etc. You might get paid some money, high five figures, low six figures. Now, take that into comparison with a person that is, let's say, having diamonds mined and selling them. Well, the truth of the matter is the person who's selling diamonds and having them mined is more profitable and wealthy than a person who's, filtering water and making sure water is clean. Why? Well, truth be told, there's a paradox in economics called the water diamond paradox. Because if you look at things economically, more people are willing to pay money for a rock, i.e., a diamond, which is in many cases useless, than they are to pay money for water, which is actually essential to your living being. Okay. So, this idea that, well, you can do something necessary and you get paid well, that's incorrect. The truth of the matter, and I said this before, I said this again, is that you will want to try and engage in sales. Why? Because it's not the production, but it is the sales that defines and validates how you have success in life. Now they're intertwined, yes, 100%. You do need to produce results, but it is the selling and putting the spin on certain ideas that allows you to have success. Okay? That's what you have to take into consideration. So let's say you don't have a product. You're trying to sell someone on this product. Well, you could do something called pre-sales. You sell them, say, hey, you get $100 today. Once I have it ready, it'll go for $500. But since you already paid $100, you get it at that price. Well, you just pre-sold a product and made money, and the product isn't even out yet. You see, that's what sales is about. Let me give you another example, an actual realistic example. During the pandemic around 2020, you had some farmers, I believe in either the state of Michigan or the state of Wisconsin, who produced, let me repeat this again, who produce, a lot of milk for, stores and consumers to buy, etc. Now, because of the lockdown, guess what? Those farmers threw away all the milk that they produced. Now, let me ask you something. Why is it that people tell you that you shouldn't be a producer, but not a consumer, yet those farmers decided that they will rather throw out the, products that they produce? Why did they do that? Because at the end of the day, all forms of production is a derivative of consumption. And in order to validate your business, you must have people consume your product. So let me repeat this again. In order for you to have success economically, more importantly, financially, you must have people consume your products. Those are intertwined. So it's not about producer and consumer. It's really about the flow of resources. That's what you need to take into consideration when you're talking about necessary jobs, right? So you have a necessary job, well, you can still be poor. Okay. The wealthiest people in this world, let's say the guy who has, the fashion line, Louis Vuitton. Let's be honest. Fashion is important. I say it's pretty nice, but do we really need a Louis Vuitton company? Do we really need a Michael Kors or a Coach bag, etc.? Do we really need all of that? Ask yourself. And I'm not trying to say, you gotta wear dull colors like you're in the Soviet Union and you're wearing some rags. I'm not saying all that. But you trying to tell me right now that it is necessary to wear a $250,000 suit, or let's say a $10,000 suit? Okay. But anyways, that's just reasons why necessary jobs don't pay well. If you like the video, enjoyed the video, just leave a like and comment, and that's all I gotta say. Bye.